It will be a 12-minute race, this one, to close off the day, with the reverse grid being used for the trucks. The finishers in Division 1 lined up in reverse order, followed by the non-finishers, then the finishers from Division 2 in race 1 in reverse order, then the non-finishers. Okay then, in pole position it will be 157, Jonathan Willis, alongside 81, Mark Taylor. Second row 33, Steve Thomas, and number 1, Ryan Smith, the Mercedes, struggling a bit in race 1. And then the top two from race 1 on row 3, Martin Gibson, number 11, David Jenkins, number 69. Then we've got the non-finishers from race 1, John Newell, he had a fan belt snap in race 1, which meant he had to retire, number 18. Stuart Oliver went into the gravel in a cloud of smoke in race 1, hopefully he's back out, the number 7 on row 4. And 86, Tom O'Rourke, another retirement from race 1, completes Division 1. Then there's a gap, and we've got the Division 2 trucks. Craig Evans, number 10, will head them off ahead of 46, Bradley Smith. The second row will be number 6 of John Powell and number 3 Stephen Powell. Row 9, I think it should be Adam Bint, number 5, on the inside of row 9, because Brad Smith didn't finish race 1. So it's Adam Bint on row 9 alongside 68 Craig Reed, the championship leader. The next row, number 12 Michael Oliver, and the winner of race 1 in Division 2, his first ever win, 32 Jock Borthwick. Then we've got the non-finishers. Simon Cole did rejoin after his pit visit in race 1, but finished too far behind to be classified. I don't think Brad Smith's going to be out. His engine went up in smoke in race 1, but we'll wait and see. He's had plenty of time to repair. And also number 99, Paul McCumsky, was a retirement in race 1. Hopefully he'll be out on the grid here. Before we get this underway, we can have a quick insert from Pointy down at trackside.
Hi and welcome back. I'm of course Pointy here on Redgate Corner, just waiting for the slightly delayed start to the last British Truck Racing Championship race of the day here at Donington for Convoy in the Park. The weather seems to have held up and dried off once more again today. We saw quite a bit of rain earlier on in the day, which of course played havoc with some of the other races on the circuit, but luckily we have got some dry weather, and as you can see around us here, we've got plenty of spectators that are still with us, which is absolutely fantastic to see. A lot of people sticking around for the charity pig race later on. You can hear in the background now the Division 1, Division 2 truck racing trucks are making their way out for what we call the outlap. So lots of noise from them. So having a look at the race we had earlier on, not one, not two, but six trucks that didn't finish. Hopefully we've got some returning drivers with John Newell joining us again as we look out and see the trucks making their way around. John Newell definitely back in the mix. Newcomer though, Jonathan Willis at the front of Division 1, starting in pole position. He's going to come from the inside line. Now, with the track conditions we've got and the C1s just coming off the track, hopefully we can get a good start. But of course, just behind me is where the action's going to be. This first corner, especially this late in the day, we've got some tired drivers, we've got some tired teams. They've all been working very hard today to get these trucks back on track this afternoon. Will the stress and strain affect how they take this first corner? As I said, it's not always about the first one to the corner, it's about the first one that gets out of that corner in one piece. Plenty of gravel runoff though, so hopefully no damages, but we are running a slightly delayed schedule today, and of course the race is going to suffer a couple of minutes off the total run time, which means that the drivers have got even more work to do to make sure that they plan their accelerators to the floor and get their positions sorted out earlier on. Mark Taylor and John Willis at the beginning of Division 1 there, we've got that. And of course, a possible penalty. We're hearing a lot of talk in the paddock about a penalty for Jock Borthwick, who of course finished in first place for Division 2 in the first race earlier on today. That sees him possibly moving back, but of course, I've checked on the BART website, we've not had an official resetting of those points as yet, so we will have to keep posted on those. The trucks now, I can see Paddy Mack, unfortunately, in the pit lane. I'm not sure whether he's going to be starting from the pit lane, but only time will tell as we now join back to Dave for the second race of the British Truck Racing here at Donington.
So the British Truck Racing Championship second
Trucks coming up to the rolling start then. Race number 2 of the weekend over 12 minutes. Jonathan Willis and Mark Taylor on the front row of the grid in their MAN. Steve Thomas and Ryan Smith on row 2. No Stuart Oliver after problems in race 1. We're also missing Brad Smith and Paul McCumsky, although he may be starting from the pit lane. We'll wait and see. This will be a 12-minute race for the British Truck Racing Association Championship on a slippery track here at Convoy in the Park 2021 at Donington Park. Away they go, and a super start from row 2 by flying Ryan Smith in the Mercedes. He's going to try and slot in on the outside into the first third. He's not got the room there though. Jonathan Willis in the Dawson Direct MAN. Oh, he's gone straight on there. He's been caught out by the wet track. I think there's been some contact further back there between John Powell and Adam Bint. They come together on the outside. Trucks going everywhere on that first corner. And it's 81 Mark Taylor has taken the lead. Yeah, John Powell involved there with Adam Bint. I think we may have lost Jonathan Willis there as well. Yeah, he's got going again. Powell rejoins at the back. It's Mark Taylor that leads. Ryan Smith in second. Martin Gibson's come through already into third place. Steve Thomas is fourth. Paddy Mack has joined in from the pit lane, number 99 in his Volvo. He's at the back of the field. Simon Cole's back out as well. We are missing Brad Smith, number 16, and we're also missing Stuart Oliver. Problems for him in race 1. Start to sort themselves out then around the first lap. There's Jonathan Willis. He slid wide on the first corner in the Dawson Direct MAN. His first season in truck racing, a bit different to short oval hot rods, but he's certainly acquitted himself well. There's Steve Thomas, so welcome back to him, the other Birmingham-based driver here at Donington today. 3 more races coming from the trucks tomorrow, and Ryan Smith is attacking for the lead. He got the better exit from Coppice corner there. He's up alongside Mark Taylor, number 81, and surely the Mercedes Actros is going to take the lead here on the inside. Yes, he's done so into the chicane. Third place is Martin Gibson. Then we've got Steve Thomas. David Jenkins, the race 1 winner, is up into 5th position. And 86 of Tom O'Rourke. Then we've got John Newell. And the Division 2 leader is Jock Borthwick, but I think he's slowing there, coming off the chicane slightly. Is he? No, he's okay now. Craig Evans is up to 2nd in Division 2. He's going well. And Bradley Smith, number 46, in 3rd. So a bit of a sort out. Oh, and a bit of bodywork that's come off somebody there. I think that was off either Stephen Powell or Steve Thomas's truck there. Sideways there. Look at that, Mark Taylor. I think he's planning to enter the truck drifting out in the Fueltopia arena next to the circuit with sideways action like that. He could lose out here to Martin Gibson. Tries to defend the line. Then it's Thomas, Jenkins, and the rest of them. There's your Division 2 leader, number 32, Jock Borthwick, who's come through from the back of their grid already. His tartan liveried MAN. Second is Craig Evans. He's running well. And third, Craig Reed, the championship leader. Then we have got Bradley Smith. Then it's Stephen Powell. Have we lost anybody there? Yes, Paddy Mack has not come through on that lap, I don't think. So more problems for the Volvo. There's Bradley Smith, Stephen Powell. Michael Oliver in the Scania, number 12. Upholding family honour here with Stuart not able to start. It's Ryan Smith who leads the way, the 5-time Division 1 champion. Followed by Mark Taylor up there in 2nd place. Bit of a lock up there from Mark Taylor. Under fire from Martin Gibson in the number 11 GT Tyres MAN. It's a good run by Craig Evans, number 10. His first full season in British truck racing. He's 3rd in the Division 2 points. More through consistency as Michael Oliver locks up, hits the back of Stephen Powell, goes over the gravel. Is he going to recover it there? Sideways off the chicane. Simon Cole trying to get involved as well in the Mercedes. Slip and slide their way round. Borthwick still leads Division 2. Adam Bint, I wondered where he'd gone. He stopped in the pit lane exit there, the black number 5. He's out of the race. And again, Mark Taylor drifting his way down the Craner curves. It looks spectacular, but it's not helping his lap times. And Martin Gibson's right there on his tail. Through the old hairpin they come. Ryan Smith going clear, and Martin Gibson did get through into 2nd place there. 4th place is Steve Thomas, then it's David Jenkins. Tom O'Rourke up there in 6th position. So Martin Gibson now going after our race leader, just as he did to David Jenkins in race 1. This time, though, it's Ryan Smith out in front. 16 trucks still running out of the 18 that started. We lost Paul McCumsky on the first lap. The repairs sadly not effective on his Volvo. And we lost Adam Bint as well, another Volvo. The third Volvo here, Stuart Oliver, didn't start, so not a good day for the Swedish manufacturer. Down the exhibition straight towards the chicane. Ryan Smith leads, the man from Nottinghamshire on his local circuit. John Newell up the inside of Tom O'Rourke. Goes through, O'Rourke gives him room. And up into 6th position for the Yorkshire. Still a great run by Craig Evans up there, second in Division 2. Could be on for his best ever results here. It's Tom O'Rourke side by side with Jock Borthwick there. There's a yellow flag out there. I think that's because of Adam Bint's stranded truck there in the pit lane exit. Of course, no flag waving marshals trackside during this. The marshals retreating a safe distance for safety reasons. Ryan Smith by 1.6 seconds, although Martin Gibson that time through to the fastest lap of the race, 1:40.149. Gibson trying to chase Smith down for the lead here. Mercedes still barrels along, heading the convoy out in front. Craig Reed trying to make a move further back for second in Division 2, that is, on the inside of Craig Evans. Mercedes, it still leads the way. Previously built and raced by Norbert Kiss in the European Championship, the Hungarian driver. There's Borthwick still leading Division 2, and he's keeping up with the Division 1 trucks here. This is a good run by the Scotsman. Craig Reed has got through past Craig Evans into second in Division 2. It's still damp out there, the wipers are going. Here come the leaders down the exhibition straights. Martin Gibson has closed in on Ryan Smith here. This is a good run by the Warwickshire-based driver. Mark Taylor still third, ahead of Steve Thomas, David Jenkins, John Newell. Jenkins a little bit wide there into the chicane. O'Rourke behind them, and then Borthwick. Very impressive here, the Division 2 leader, keeping up with the tail of the Division 1 pack. John Newell up alongside Tom O'Rourke. He won't get through though because the yellow light is on there. That's no passing in this zone. Safety reasons. Borthwick's away and gone at the front of Division 2. Looking down the timing there, he's nearly 9 seconds up on Craig Reed. This is sensational from Borthwick. Martin Gibson, meanwhile, all over the back of Ryan Smith now. He did another fastest lap of the race, 1:38.475 last time through. That's nearly a second quicker than Ryan Smith. Is he still having gremlins with that Mercedes, I wonder? He didn't seem happy in race 1. He slowed over the last couple of laps and dropped back in 3rd place, Ryan Smith. And now he's having to defend from Martin Gibson. Up the outside, yeah, Ryan Smith's got a problem. He's slow coming out of McLean's. I thought he was having trouble there, and his gremlins have struck again. Martin Gibson takes the lead. Well, this is rare indeed. It is not often we see Ryan Smith hit trouble. He's dropping down the order there. Second place is now Mark Taylor in the 81 and Steve Thomas up in third. Ryan Smith in real trouble. He's going to have to try and make it back to the pits. He may not even make it that far. I can't remember the last time I saw Ryan Smith fail to finish a race. But he is out of this one. So Steve Thomas up to third. Jenkins is fourth. And Tom O'Rourke up into fifth place. He's going well. As I say that, he gets a bit sideways at the chicane ahead of John Newell there. Then we've got Jock Borthwick. This is a great run by Borthwick. He's keeping up with the Division 1 still here. John Newell draws alongside. Gets ahead of Tom O'Rourke there. Here's a battle further back between Simon Cole, John Powell, and behind them Jonathan Willis. First time he's raced a truck in the wet, just getting used to his very smart Dawson Direct MAN. His father Dave and brother Andrew, also short oval racers in hot rods for many years. Swing their way through the old hairpin, the leaders. And the red flags are coming out, we're told. The red flag is coming out, I suspect. Yes, it's because of Ryan Smith being parked up. He's parked on the inside of Coppice, couldn't get the truck any further. So the red flag comes out. Of course, no such thing as safety cars in truck racing. It is a red flag if there is a problem. So the race is going to be stopped. There were 2 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock. I suspect that's going to be a declared result. We will wait and see. Ryan Smith breaking down at Coppice. That's a very rare retirement for Ryan. Means he'll have to start race 3 tomorrow from the back of the Division 1 trucks. Now, what's the problem for Ryan Smith? It is unheard of for him to stop during a race. Now, we're just waiting to see if that will be a declared result. With less than 3 minutes to go, I would think so. And that will be a win, if so, for Martin Gibson, number 11. Second win of the season for him. Yes, checkered flag being shown on the timing screen. No checkered flag being displayed at the start line by the look of it, though. The checkered flag has been displayed on the timing screen, which would suggest end of race. Mark Taylor will be second. And it should be Steve Thomas third, but where's he gone? Yeah, checkered and red flags now come out, so it's end of race. Where's Steve Thomas gone? He was classified third. If he's gone missing on that lap, it will still be counted back as third. He may have pulled up onto the Melbourne Loop. So Thomas will be third, Jenkins fourth, John Newell fifth, sixth it will be Tom O'Rourke, seventh Jock Borthwick, and he takes a clear win in Division 2. He was about 10 seconds clear of Craig Reed in 8th place. Craig Evans 9th, that's his best result in Division 2, third overall, third in the class. Bradley Smith 11th. Bradley Smith 10th, excuse me, 4th in Division 2. 11th it will be Stephen Powell, a quiet race for him. Michael Oliver in 12th. Simon Cole 13th, John Powell 14th, and Jonathan Willis in 15th, but he will take 7th in Division 1, and that will get him pole for Division 1 in tomorrow's race. Retirement for Ryan Smith, and we lost Adam Bint and Paul McCumsky. Where is Ryan Smith's Mercedes parked forlornly on the inside of Coppice corner. Well done, Martin Gibson, your race winner here at Donington today. So he pulls onto the Melbourne Loop into Parc Ferme. Crowd applaud our intrepid truck racers. Tough conditions for them, a shortened race. Martin Gibson also gets the fastest lap of the race, 1:38.475. And well done, Jock Borthwick. I reckon a move into Division 1 is in the offing for next year. 2 wins out of 2 from the back of the Division 2 grid, and he beats Craig Reed by 10 seconds. A provisional result then. Win for Martin Gibson by 2.3 seconds ahead of Mark Taylor, with Steve Thomas in third. David Jenkins, the Race 1 winner, in fourth, ahead of John Newell and Tom O'Rourke. Jock Borthwick, the Division 2 winner, way ahead of Craig Reed. And then Craig Evans, a fine third in that division, ahead of Bradley Smith and Stephen Powell, a quiet race for him. Michael Oliver next, ahead of Simon Cole. John Powell recovering from a spin on the first corner. Jonathan Willis completing the finishers. We lost Ryan Smith, Adam Bint and Paul McCumsky. I think in a moment we can talk to our race winner Martin Gibson with Steve Jameson down in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, you join us down in Parc Ferme. Martin Gibson, second and a first on the weekend back at Donington. You've got to be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, I love these conditions. It's makes it really interesting and mixes it all up. There's a lot going on out there, but happy to bring it back.
Was it what you expected out there? Because obviously we've seen the rain pour at Donington for the last few hours. It's dried up a little bit. No one really knew what we were going to get, but what was it like compared to what you expected it to be?
I expected it to be really slippy and really wet, but it was actually quite grippy. When you went offline, then you knew about it, but no, it was a lot better than expected.
And talk me through the race as well, because as you say, thrills and spills as there always is in the trucks, but you've ended up on top in the end. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I just making my way through. I got a lot of places on the first lap, and unfortunate for Ryan, it looks like he's had a problem, but it's a shame. We could have had a good race. Cheers, bud.
And there's the big boss in to say congratulations. It's been a fantastic weekend for you already. Still 3 races to come tomorrow. Forecast doesn't look like it's going to change. You must be feeling so confident.
Yeah, feeling good. We want more results to bring one of Stu's trucks back in this position again, so let's do it.
I wish you all the very best luck for tomorrow. Congrats on a fantastic Saturday.
Thank you, thank you.
Top man, mine. Thank you, mate.
So well done to Martin Gibson there. Hopefully hear from a couple more drivers as well. That wraps up our racing here today. Adam Bint's truck being towed off there thanks to Crouch Recovery for providing the truck recovery vehicles this weekend. And we'll be starting up again tomorrow at about 9:30. We have got some more interviews to come. And we can now hear from Mark Taylor down in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, welcome back to Parc Ferme with our man in second place. It was a fantastic race to watch. What was that like to be a part of?
It were twitchy at first when we all go into that first corner, and I seen Willis all lock up and go off in front of me. I was hoping it would stick and go round for me, and it did.
It certainly did, and it was a bit of a mixy race. We knew it would be, what with the conditions and everything else. What surprised you about the race, if anything?
Everyone's just come back in one piece, really. It was just so slippy out there, it were unreal.
And do you prefer the wet conditions, or are you a bit of a dry man at heart?
Definitely dry.
We're here at Donington today. We've got 3 races tomorrow, but I wanted to get your thoughts overall on the Saturday. 2 races for you. You've got yourself a podium. How do you feel?
I feel brilliant. It's done the weekend really good, and all the team's happy. So it brings everyone up with it.
And I know you've got a massive team with you at Taylor's. It's a big family affair, isn't it? How nice is it to be back inside a full paddock, crowd out for you with the trucks?
Oh God, it gives everyone excitement, especially when you win as well. Everyone enjoys it.
Well, congratulations on a great Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Top man, mate. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's have a look at our lineup for tomorrow. That was a quick look. Okay, we begin tomorrow at 9:30 with the first of our Caterham races this weekend. Always good slipstreamers, the Sigma 135 category, the slightly less powerful cars out first. Then we have the third race of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. That's followed by the Sigmax and Sigma 150 Caterhams over 25 minutes. And then we have the CNC Head Sports and Saloon Car Championship, all manner of different cars, and that one from standard hatchbacks right up to modified sports racers, 20 minutes plus 1 lap, their first race. That's followed by more trucks, and then the Caterham Sigma 135s out for their second race of the day. Later on in the afternoon, the CNC Head Sports and Saloons have a second race, then the final race of the weekend for the trucks, and we close out with Caterham Racing for the Sigmax and Sigma 150 cars. That's your schedule here tomorrow, so we begin bright and early at 9:30 a.m. We're almost ready to wrap up for today. We've got 1 or 2 more interviews and presentations still to come here at Donington. Thanks for sticking with us today during the enforced delays after the earlier problems with a very large oil slick coating the entire circuit that the Orange Army had to clear up. Well done again to our volunteer marshals and to our track sweeping teams as well. But a brilliant day of racing, an unpredictable event from the Citroen C1s, and some races rather of attrition for the trucks as well. And I think we can now go down to the paddock and hear from Division 2 winner Jock Borthwick.
Yeah, welcome back down to Park Ferme. We've got the winner of Division 2 with me, Jock Borthwick. Second time lucky after you put it on the first place in the first race, taken off you, but this time you made absolutely no mistake. Congratulations. How does that one feel?
Great. I mean, the track was slippy, tricky. Truck was good. Just steady away, get the traction where you can, and just get the thing home. I
can imagine that wasn't the easiest task, though, with conditions like that.
No, definitely no. And I'm just learning, third meeting at it, and it just getting the whole grip level and how it handles.
And what's it been like? You mentioned their third ever meeting. It's I'd imagine every single meeting you feel like you've learnt an encyclopedia's worth of knowledge to take on to the next one. What's the process been like for you?
It's huge learning, but we've had a load of turbo problems in T. We've just built the truck, getting teething problems. Out testing on Thursday, I got 6 laps, done the turbo again. So Dave Jenks went away back and got a van load of turbos at his shed, and we made a turbo up on Friday and fitted it, and it's a Scania turbo running just now. Got a bit of lag on it, but with these conditions, it's maybe okay because it's just torquing away. So I'm just glad to get a finish and finish some races.
And what does it mean to you to get first place on the podium? Because obviously, as you say, not been doing it a huge amount of time, but to get a win must feel absolutely amazing.
Fantastic, yeah. I just got the break there, got away, got up through the middle at the start into the first corner. A couple of boys run wide, I kept it in tight, and then just tagged onto the back of the Group 1 boys and try to run with them for a little bit. So it just keeps you focused on it's not falling asleep.
Well, a big congratulations on the win. You. Get your first place hat and champagne again, and hopefully you keep this one this time.
Thanks very much, appreciate it.
So much, John. Thank you, mate.
Yes, the reason that Jock Borthwick's first win was taken off in there, we didn't get the notification through until that second race was underway, unfortunately. He got a 10-second penalty for jumping the start in race 1. So Jock Borthwick was penalised 10 seconds on his race time, and that put him down to third behind Michael Oliver and Craig Reed. Apologies for not being able to bring you that news earlier on. But Jock Borthwick in race 1 for the trucks got a 10-second penalty for jumping the start, which cost him the win in Division 2. And now we can hear from the Division 2 Championship leader, Craig Reed, down in Park Ferme.
Craig, second place in your second race, 2 podiums back to back. You must be pretty pleased with your Saturday's work.
Yeah, I am, very much so, to be fair. I didn't. It was very chaotic at the start and very slippy. Obviously, the cars before were straight on, so it was a bit of a going down Craner and sort of going in blind, really. But yeah, very slippy. We were tripping over each other, and I didn't know whether to go left, right, or what gear to grab. And to be honest with you, yeah, it sorted itself out. And then I got forward in a few positions, and there was like a truck missing. Adam Bint was missing. I'm like, where's he gone? And then you know, but no, he really, really good. I had a good little battle with Craig Evans, and congratulations, Craig, for getting his first third. Great to see him, getting up there, and his truck's really performing well now. And yeah, no, great, blooming really good.
We spoke to you before the race, and you were a little bit unsure about what the conditions would be like. Everyone was sort of, as you say, going in a bit blind. How did you find it out there in the end?
Yeah, it was good. We started getting a dry line then, and it was just starting getting into the like a rhythm, let's say. But yeah, just debris. There was debris on the chicane still from the race previous, so it really jeopardised the race, to be honest with you. And then when I saw Ryan over on the right, I thought, oh, that's the end. That's the end for our race. End of the fun, to be honest with you. But no, I beat to all the spectators and everything. Blooming great to have all them across the back part and everything.
Yeah, I know you've been in this gig for a little while, and that's it to have the fans back at Donington. It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, really good. To be honest with you, that's the main thing. You come down Crane and you don't see them when you're racing. And so when you come round and you see them all up there, like it's great. Yeah, really good.
Well, I've enjoyed watching you today, mate. Best of luck for tomorrow as well.
Much appreciated. Thank you. Ciao, mate.
Ciao, mate. Thank you, mate.
Well, a tough day here at Donington comes to an end then. Day 1 here at Convoy in the Park 2021. Viewers, thank you very much indeed for sticking with us today during the delays. We finally come to an end here at the home of motorsport in the Midlands. A great day of racing from the trucks and the Citroen C1s. Plenty more to come tomorrow. The Caterhams and the CNC Heads Northwest Sports and Saloons join us as well, along with more truck racing. That's all coming up from 9:30 tomorrow morning. Thank you to all the volunteer marshals. As always, we couldn't go racing without the Orange Army, to the medical crews, recovery teams, and all the other officials here at Donington, to all the competitors and their teams as well, and most of all, thank you to you, the viewers. We'll see you tomorrow, and until 9:30 tomorrow morning, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.